Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel where it's my opinion, or no opinion at all. Scottalicious McFabulous here, and I hope that you are feeling Percy. And today we are going to be talking about whether or not luxury has become the new fast fashion. From my favorite brand, Coach, to your favorite brands, Louis Vuitton, Tory Burch, and whatever other else, they have all become into the lane of fast fashion. So, let's discuss.
If you give me a minute of your time, I hope to make a dress that's sublime.
10 seconds later.
But first, before we hop into the video, if you guys love handbags, hauls, luxury, the whole lot of those, please hit the subscribe button if you are new. And if you guys enjoy today's content, make sure you hit that like button, as it does help me know you enjoyed today's video. And it helps with that ever-changing, ever-growing YouTube algorithm.
This is your brains on drugs.
Now y'all know exactly what time it is. It is time to get Percy. And today's topic of sorts is whether or not our favorite purse brands, aka luxury brands, have become very much so fast fashion. But first, if you are wondering what fast fashion may or may not be, fast fashion is defined as so by Investopedia.com, link in the description box below. Fast fashion describes low-priced but stylish clothing that moves quickly from design to retail stores to meet trends, with new collections being introduced continuously. So when we go into our favorite stores and we are continuously seeing brand new things. Typically, what we come to really think of as fast fashion would be like Shein, or whatever you want to call it. Fashion Nova, Zara, let's think of it. Like anything like that. You know what I mean? Like any kind of real clothing store that constantly pumps out new styles, new designs every time you walk in. And what we've been noticing lately with our favorite luxury brands is a very similar trend and mindset. As in, we're seeing as many new collections from Coach as we do see from Calvin Klein. And I would personally, I would define Calvin Klein as a fast fashion brand because they're always coming out with new things. They're always doing new trends and everything. Like something that is constantly being pushed out. Like if you go every week and there's something new, that's fast fashion. Now on the topic of like Shein and such, that is like, if this is fast fashion, then Shein must be like light speed fashion. Like it must be like it. That is just a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, for a whole nother video, for a whole nother channel. I'm not well versed in Shein, but I do know there's girl. If we're talking about fast fashion, we have to talk about Shein, and Shein is just a pinnacle in fast fashion right now. But we are talking about luxury, and luxury has become a form of fast fashion. Now, we're not getting a new collection from every brand every other day or week or whatever, like, some other brands are doing. But every other week, every other few weeks, we're getting brand new collections almost from like every single luxury-based brand. I'm talking Coach, Tory Burch, Louis Vuitton, whatever else. Like, we're talking about all the big players. They all continuously, and I mean continuously, pump out product to an overwhelming point. And the fact that it has become overwhelming is pointing to a sign that it is becoming, or if not, neck deep in fast fashion.
Neck deep up shit creek with our mouths wide open.
So if you don't know, let's say Coach, my favorite brand, Coach. I am a Coachie. I know the most about Coach. My main knowledge base is Coach. So what I noticed was when I looked back on last year's retail collections, I think there was around 30 to 40 different collections. That is insane. That is insane when you take into effect how many weeks are in a year? 52? Ma'am, you're talking about every other week, sometimes every week, which we were just talking about how some brands that are fast fashion do release brand new things every week. So the fact that Coach, a luxury house, a leather house, whatever, the fact that they have entered in a territory of releasing every week, every other week, and if it isn't every week, every other week becomes 2 releases at once or something similar, and it is just excessive. Like, there's times where you're looking at all of this stuff and it's like, who's buying all of this? And the answer is not everybody. And this isn't just exclusive to Coach in the luxury scape either. There are other high-end brands that are well known for releasing collections multiple times a month or a couple times a month. And even on the scale of, let's say, Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is well known for having a lot of brand new collections a year. I wouldn't say as many as Coach, but the fact that they have new color updates to all of their bags and maybe new bags, new lines every month does kind of make me question how luxurious pieces can actually be. Or how luxurious can this brand really be if they're pumping out that much product at that big of a rate? There really should only be 5 to 10 collections being released at the most per year per brand. But we live in 2023, so now we're getting 10 to 20 and sometimes even 30 or even 40 from luxury brands. And I do believe that does impact quality of leather quite a bit. Because as we do go on by the decades, the quality of leather has gone down across the board. No one brand is literally the leather king. Like the leather era is kind of over for luxury, I feel, because we don't get those nice thick cowhides, those beautiful, well timed, dyed, tumble dyed, whatever. Like leather takes a long time to really create something. Like when you're taking a piece of leather and you're being quick with it, you quick process it, it's not gonna be as nice, it's not gonna hold up as long, and in all honesty, you're probably using thinner leather, because back in the day, they did use thicker leather. For Coach, they did use thicker leather, and in all honesty, they were only releasing 4 to 6, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me, 4 to 6 collections a year. That is it. That is all. And when you really do take into account 4 to 6 collections, you're gonna have time to really make a thick cowhide what it needs to be sold as a leather handbag. To now when you're getting like a newer piece of leather, let's say, it's not as thick, and yeah, the processing on it is a lot better, but imagine if they actually processed it or did what they did back in the day with the processing standards that they have now. We could really have some of the world's best leather in our hands, but the brands don't do that because they are pumping out 20 collections a year. When you're pumping out 20 collections a year, you really gotta pick and choose. Do we go with a thinner leather that can be stretched out upon 50 releases? Or do we stick to 4 releases and not as much income but the quality of leather is better. So brands have really taken the road of, we want profits, we want money, basically. Luxury and fast fashion are all about the money. And what they were doing back then, that's not what was making money. Let's just be honest. That was not making the big bucks. What they're doing now makes the big bucks, even when you take into account inflation. Leather takes time, but fashion doesn't have time. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly hop into the outfit of the day and the Kittylicious moment of the day.
Don't believe in you, but all you need is just for one person to believe. There can be 100 people, 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 100, or 1,000, 9,000, or 999. There can be 100 people in the room, and 99 don't believe in you. There can be
Alrighty, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little luxury to fast fashion rant video, whatever you want to call it. I think it's very interesting. Especially the whole, if they were to produce less, that quality pieces could come back. I think that is a thing, but I'm not a leather genius. It's hard to know all this. I didn't go to leather school. I'm not a tanner, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really know this concretely or not. Who knows? Maybe we're not feeding animals as much. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, because I am very curious to see what you have to say. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please hit the subscribe button. If you are new, hit that like button and share with your friends and family, and comment to me any type of opinion you may or may not have had on today's outfit of the day, Kittylicious moment of the day, or luxury to fast fashion video. As well, you can always support me and the channel directly by sending me a very generous super thanks donation. And you can check out the description box below for the 3 lucky links to my Instagram, Facebook, and Discord notification squad. I love you all to the absolute moon and back, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
I think it was good.
I'm done. No, show's over. Show's over.
See you next Taco Tuesday, bitch.